I will start my reading practice from the book Clear Thinking by Shane Parrish. The path to breaking bad habits is making your desired behavior the default behavior. To get on track with the report, I told my colleagues that until the report was submitted, I would buy them all lunch if they caught me with my email open before 11 a.m. My being competitive and not wanting to buy them lunch created enough friction to keep me from checking in first thing in the morning. I will work free from distraction all morning. In the afternoon, I will do email, take calls, and attend or conduct meetings. It is incredible how much I got done. It's easy to underestimate the role age plays in decision making since behavior follows the path of least resistance. A surprisingly successful approach is to add friction where you find yourself doing things you don't want to do. Just setting the camera. Safeguard strategy 4, putting in guardrails. Another safeguarding strategy is to formulate operating procedures for yourself because you know from hard experience when your defaults tend to override your decision making. The default prevents us from seeing what's actually happening and from responding in ways aligned with our best self image. We have already discussed setting automatic rules such as Kahneman's resolution to not say yes to things on the phone and avoiding making important decisions under unfavorable conditions. There are other effective safeguarding procedures though that also force you to slow down in the moment, creating a pocket of time in which to think more clearly about any situation. These procedures make us take a step back and ask, what am I trying to achieve? And is this moving me closer to there or farther away? These seem like basic questions, but they are often forgotten in the heat of the moment. Checklists, for instance, offer a simple way to override your defaults. Pilots go through a pre flight checklist every time they fly. Surgeons go through pre operative checklists every time they operate. You might have a packing checklist every time you travel. In each of these cases, the checklist acts as a safeguard, forcing us to slow down whatever we are doing and go back to basics. What am I trying to accomplish? And what are the things I need to do accomplish it? Questions like these are the guardrails that will keep you on the road to success. Safeguard strategy 5, shifting your perspective. Each of us sees things only from a particular point of view. Nobody can possibly see everything. That doesn't mean, however, that we can't shift the way we see things in any given situation. In physics, a frame of reference is a set of coordinates for observing events. Different observers occupy different frames of reference, and what is visible from one is not necessarily visible from another. For example, you occupy one frame of reference if you are seated in a traveling train car, while I occupy a different one if I am standing at the station watching your train pass by. Within your frame of reference, you and the bench on which you are sitting are stationary. From mine, though, you and the bench are both moving fast. Imagine now that if it were possible for you to shift your frame of reference, what if, for instance, I were live streaming the approach of your train to you? You would then be able to see yourself and your position from my perspective, giving you more information about your situation that was not visible from your frame of reference. Suppose your train were on a collision course with an obstacle on the tracks ahead that was only visible by my frame of reference. Within your view, everything would seem fine. You would not know you were headed toward disaster. Shifting your frame of reference and seeing things from my perspective will give you crucial information and enable you to take steps to avoid a catastrophe. Thank you. That's it for the day.